How's it going, guys? Noctem0 here, and well, I beat Bioshock on the remastered whatever edition on the PS4. This is my fourth time beating this game. Twice on the Xbox 360, once on my PS3, and again on the PS4. Man, I mean, I'm going through this now while exploring the museum here, which I thought was a nice little addition that Irrational and all that were able to let us check out and take a look, because it's nice to see where Bioshock began at. For me, I mean, I did play System Shock back in the day, but I never beat that when I was young. I don't know, it was just so different for me in PC gaming. I mean, I loved it back then, just don't do it as much now. But in this case here, I did really enjoy going through Bioshock, because I still remember watching that E3 trailer. It was a cinematic, first person. You have no idea what's going on because you're in the perspective of the guy trying to kill the little girl. And then the Big Daddy shows up, and it's kind of giving you a taste of what to expect in this world. And then the guy kills the Big Daddy, and then you're thinking, oh, what the heck? Like, my brother and I both watched it, and we were like, what the fuck's going on? Why is what I can only assume is the protagonist doing this? And then the Big Daddy comes, kills the guy, and it ends on her being saved. Happy about that, but I was like, holy crap. And my brother and I just looked at each other like, what is this game about? Year later, when the game finally did come out, my younger sister bought it for my brother and I, and we played the shit out of it. Of course, I mean, I guess I never got the full experience the first time around. When I played Bioshock the first time around, I just beat it. I didn't use the camera to its full extent. I didn't use a lot of the plasmids to their full extent. I just played through it, and I just remember it being really difficult. I mean, oh my God, the amount of torment I put myself through fighting Big Daddies, not fully understanding the whole Atom concept, how to upgrade. It was all new to me. I mean, the game was new to everybody, of course, but it was just like, wow, I didn't know what I was doing. About 8 months after I beat it, I decided to go through it again. I deleted my old file, started anew. I wanted to just get a fresh take on it. Initially, I was going to go do the bad ending, because that's what my brother did, but I never got to see it. But I just couldn't bring myself to killing the little sisters. I I don't know. It's just, I know that they're just polygons and 3D images and whatnot, but I don't know. When you hear the little girl like crying and sobbing, I can't do it. And even now, as a father, I can't see myself going that evil route. I hate the ending anyway. I ended up looking it up on YouTube at some point. But the good ending is where it's at. I love it. I'll probably play it at the end of the video here. Just because how much I love that goddamn ending. It was so good. But yeah, when it comes to playing Bioshock, now my second go around, that's when I actually started paying attention. See, I was so used to games with cutscenes. Like Metal Gear spoiled me, Legacy of Kain and all that. Those games really spoiled me with a lot of the dialogue. This game, to me, was such a wondrous experience. Such a, I mean, I know I make it sound like magical and all that shit, but really, this game is not magical at all. It's all blood, not gore, just a lot of blood, a lot of violence, a lot of, oh my God, what has happened to this world. Now, going through Bioshock, listening to the stories, I loved the concept, the idea. I didn't know that the main character that you play as was actually the son of Andrew Ryan, but who was genetically pushed forward to grow as an adult. Not really, his childhood was completely robbed from him. The whole twist ending that Atlas turned out to be Frank Fontaine, which, I mean, I got that the first time around. I'm like, oh, that's kind of interesting, but I didn't pay attention when I first played. I don't know. I mean, I always try to pay attention to story and stuff, but at the time it just didn't grip me. then the second time I'm like, holy crap, I didn't realize how big this was. Like the whole thing with the whole being double cross thing, and Tenenbaum, Su Chong, all those characters. I really like that to listen to all those audio logs. That's actually one thing I liked, is listening to the audio logs, which is kind of ironic because when playing Metal Gear Solid 5, I kind of neglect to listen to the tapes and stuff that are in the game that you have to listen to that actually give the story. But that's the thing, when you're playing in Bioshock, you can listen to the tapes and just go and play and just listen. And I always find myself like picking up a tape, making sure I'm not going to get interrupted, and just listen to what's being said. And it's fun being able to go back and doing all this again, especially in the remastered. My brother kind of gave me shit about it, saying, "Why did you buy Bioshock again?" Like, because I bought it again on the PS3, because I bought both Bioshock 1, 2, and Infinite. Got the whole collection on my PS3. And then he's just questioning why I even bought it again. And I'm like, well, I love Bioshock. It's a great series. Like I have 12 copies of Resident Evil 2 stored somewhere, because I keep telling myself, if I see a PS1 copy on sale at a convention or some local game store, I will buy it, because those are a commodity to have. I mean, it's just something that's awesome. Now, I don't think Bioshock has gone to that level where you have to buy multiple copies of something because it's so rare. It's not like an Atlas game, like Shin Megami Tensei or any of that stuff. Because Atlas, when they make their games, they only make them for like 6 months, and then good luck trying to find another copy after that. Um, but yeah, when it comes to Bioshock, I just I enjoyed the story. I'm not usually one for stuff that involves under the sea kind of stuff. Really anything oceanic I don't really care for. I mean, I don't like pirates all that much, although I'm a fan of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. To give you a bit of a scale of what I mean, I fell asleep the very first time I saw Pirates of the Caribbean, never gave it a shot again for years, and then eventually went back to it and found myself that I enjoy the entire series, including Part 4, but that's the weakest of the bunch right there. Now, again, to talk more about my experience with Bioshock, the second go around, oh my god, I just loved it. It was so fantastic to go through it, especially the camera. I mean, I ended up doing stuff my brother didn't even do. So I have more achievements than him on the Xbox 360 because I just decided to take a picture of everything. I made it a habit to take a picture, research everything, made sure I was powerful as hell and nothing could take me down. And it was fun doing that. My brother was like, "How do you have all that?" I'm like, "Because I kept taking photos." It's like, "How do you do that?" The camera, remember? He's like, "I barely remember the camera. I never used it." I'm like, "It was the most useful item you could ever get." And then I played and beat Bioshock 2 after going through Part 1 again. I think that was the reason why I went through Part 1 the second go around. Played and beat Bioshock 2. Didn't like the idea of multiplayer added in Part 2, but it was still enjoyable. I only played it for a little bit with Part 2, but I did beat Part 2. Enjoyed it. I thought the story was unnecessary, though, because of the way Part 1 was. I even questioned the idea of Bioshock 2. But yeah. After getting through it, I would say this would be a game gem. This is definitely a game gem. Something just that you can go back, play. It's fun. It has the same level of, I guess, gameplay quality like Doom and all that. Old school Doom, this holds up as well. It plays like those old school games, which I love. And I can't think of another series that is even remotely close to being as fun as Bioshock. And I'm glad System Shock is finally going to be remastered or remade or whatever. And I'm looking forward to actually going through that, because, I mean, playing Bioshock, am I going to get the same experience? Probably, probably not. But, I mean, not many games like this come out in a while. I mean, we all got Half-Life, and we're still waiting on Half-Life 3. But I'm a realist. I don't think that game's ever going to come out. But Half-Life is still one of the best series I've ever played as well, and I hold Bioshock in that same regard. I mean, early day Halos, Bioshock, all those games were amazing, and honestly, you just can't touch that kind of quality. I think that's the reason why I like going through this museum, because I was so surprised to see how well they took care of it, how they evolved the game, how it went from some kind of horror-esque to where they kind of found their middle ground and they stuck with it. I even liked finding the audio commentaries that were in there as well. It totally surprised me, and it totally made me feel like this game was definitely worth it. Definitely Bioshock. and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Without further ado, here's the ending to Bioshock, and this thing is such a tearjerker. Don't hate me. Take care.
I had you built. I sent you topside. I called you back, showed you what you was capable of. Even that life you thought you had, that was something I dreamed up and I tattooed inside your head. Now, if you don't call that family, I don't know what is. And now,
They offered you this city. And you refused it. And what did you do instead? What I've come to expect of you. You saved them. You gave them the one thing that was stolen from them. A chance. A chance to learn. To find love. To live. And in the end, what was your reward? You never said. But I think I know. A family.